Well, I think there's two dynamics to that which are okay for Gilead. One is that if there is a vaccine, which obviously I think we're all hopeful for, and I think there's a good probability for, I certainly would suspect that the $2 to $3 billion this year for Remdesivir, which we think is going to happen, that could probably be cut in half over the next year or so, just from the less number of cases and less urgency for that. So it could be cut in half. The positive, though, is that we do believe that COVID-19 could be with us on a recurring basis for the foreseeable future. And as one of the only treatment regimens, there still could be about $1 billion of use per year, which of course is big or small depending on how you look at that. But the recurring revenue base could be helpful to Gilead and obviously provide extra cash flow. So nobody knows what's going to happen, and that's part of the reason the stock is getting penalized, is because people think it's just kind of a one-time pandemic stock.
Interesting. That is exactly the case, Michael. Good morning. Tanvi joining in this conversation, because over the last 3 months, actually, the enthusiasm in and around Remdesivir on the stock price has waned, and the stock has gone pretty much flat in and around the 70 mark. You're putting a target of $97. What kind of drug portfolio optimism can investors price in to buy the stock at the current levels?
Well, I think in one part, I am a little bit disappointed that some of the enthusiasm around Remdesivir has waned. And initially, we thought there would be much greater use. And of course, there was a lot of excitement, as you could appreciate, when data came out and it was positive. And there was a lot of enthusiasm around the stock. The stock has come in, you're right, in part because people believe there's a greater probability of a vaccine now, and that could cut into sales. And so the euphoria and excitement around Gilead has come back in about $10 or so. Look, I think that over the next 12 months, the real key for people, again, probably not this year, but going into next year, is durability of sales, some Remdesivir business next year, but really importantly, the 4 or 5 cancer deals they did in the last 4 or 5 months, some of which was announced and discussed on the earnings call, which is positive, but nobody cares until next year when a lot more of that data comes out. So they have to prove they have a lot more pipeline and growth, and I think that will take about a year to play out. So it's got to be patient.